Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play Resident Evil. In the previous video, Chris just survived a death trap of sorts in the room behind him. It was thwarted in his attempts to get a shotgun that would almost certainly be very useful in dealing with the various zombies throughout the mansion. We could go through the door in front of us, but however, I think it's probably better if we return to Rebecca, because a lot has actually happened, and we want to check on whether or not she's made any progress with her playing. Unfortunately, that means we also have to go through the zombie Dobermans. And normally I would just run past them. We're not going to do that right now. Because Chris is a master marksman. Not today, Fidos. Not today. Unfortunately, we did actually use quite a bit of ammunition there. But strangely enough, this table is actually movable. See if there's anything under here. Oh, there is. Clip. Nice. That somewhat makes up for the ammo that we used, and it also clears out this corridor. I'd also like to talk about Resident Evil Remake, as soon as Chris gets behind there and pushes this. Is there anything under here? No. No, there is nothing under here. There appears to be a skull and a spine in there. Creepy stuff. That's the understatement of the century there, Chris, if I do say so myself. But to say that the Resident Evil Remake is different from the original Resident Evil is also a woeful understatement. I actually played a little bit of Remake, as it's known as, in the Resident Evil fan community, and I can see why it's so terrifying. This game still holds up quite well, but Resident Evil Remake is a different beast altogether. Capcom really brought their A game when they did the Resident Evil Remake, but they also brought their A game with this. Now, interestingly enough, going back to the live-action Resident Evil films, George Romero himself, the creator of Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, whose work inspired the zombie enemies in Resident Evil, was actually slated to write and direct an adaptation in 1997. Unfortunately, he was fired only after one draft, which is kind of a kick in the teeth, especially after he directed not one but two commercials for the upcoming Biohazard 2. Commercials that at the time never aired outside of Japan, which is in any other circumstance completely unheard of, because it would have made for great marketing for Biohazard 2 outside of Japan. And anyone who's actually watched the Biohazard 2 commercials will notice a kind of symmetry between them and the live-action FMVs of the original Resident Evil. Now, I really wish that someone would actually go out and make the Biohazard film that Shinji Mikami himself wanted to make back in 1997 or 1996, and hopefully James Wan does this, but I'm not holding my breath over that one. Because I do love Resident Evil, the early Resident Evil games.
Chris!
It sounds like Rebecca has finally mastered the piano.
You like it?
Let's hear it, Rebecca.
Oh, that was great!
That was very well done, actually. And we found another hidden passage.
What is that?
I think it's probably best if we deal with it
Chris,
ourselves.
be careful!
We'll be careful, Rebecca. Don't you worry. Ah, and it appears to be a monument of Ludwig van Beethoven himself. And there's an emblem. A gold emblem, much like the emblem that we found in the fireplace in the dining room. And taking the gold emblem, we are trapped. Although, why Rebecca can't just play the song again, I don't know, but it's probably a good idea to put this back in the put the emblem back in the statue for the time being.
Chris, be careful!
And she says the same thing again. So we have another puzzle on our hands. What we need to do is exchange the emblem in the dining room with the one that's in the Beethoven statue. But first we actually need to return to a save room in order to get rid of some items. So we'll fast track through here. Something else I would like to mention. Some of you may be wondering, why are you doing the Resident Evil Real Survival as a weekend Let's Play? And why are you having Sentinels of the Multiverse as the main Let's Play? Resident Evil is a great weekend game, in my opinion. It's a great weekday game as well, but as far as scheduling goes, it's better to do this on weekdays. Oh, weekends, sorry. And there is actually a lot of, well, just dispose the wind crest there. There is actually a lot of content in Sentinels of the Multiverse. I know I have been updating it daily as I said I would, but hopefully I'll get my scheduling back on track and I can hopefully get everything sorted again, because I've been wanting to get back into Let's Plays for quite a while and back into the Let's Playing community. Something else I should also mention about Resident Evil. In addition to fixed camera angles, this game uses what is actually known as radio controls, but is known infamously as the tank controls. I am used to Resident Evil tank controls, even though I still have some trouble with them. In order to master tank controls in Resident Evil, one must first master oneself, and I did not want to come back in here just yet. I actually wanted to go and get the emblem from the dining room first, before I go back in there, otherwise I would have just wasted my time again. Now why didn't we pick up the emblem to begin with? Well, I think perhaps the fact that Chris can only carry 6 items at a time may have something to do with that. And it wasn't really necessary to do that just yet, so we now have the wooden emblem, by the way. It's not a gold emblem, the other one is made of solid gold, it seems. So now we can take the gold emblem and replace it with the wooden emblem, and then we'll put the gold emblem where the wooden emblem used to be, and we might do something. We might have solved another puzzle. So by taking the gold emblem, the door goes back down again, locking us in here. I suppose we could smash through this glass, but that plant is in there, and we need to deal with that. Of course I can put the emblem in here. What are you talking about? In goes the wooden emblem. The way is open again, and we can now put the gold emblem in the dining room.
Chris, are you all right?
We're fine, Rebecca. We weren't in any danger. Can't say the same for later areas of the mansion, unfortunately. Currently no closer to getting out of the mansion at this point, because there are still many other rooms we have to explore inside the mansion to begin with, before we can actually leave. Now we will actually go in here and put the gold emblem, where the wooden emblem used to be, and the chiming of the grandfather clock means that we have solved our puzzle. Let's see what goodies this clock has yielded to us. Will you take the mansion key? Another mansion key. Is it the one that we need? Is it the armor key? No, it's not the armor key, it's the shield key. Which will be useful at some point, but it's not really useful right now. Well, we've basically explored pretty much the entirety of the west wing of the mansion. We still need to go into the east wing, which we can now do, right about now. So let's head over to the east wing again, and go into that room that we didn't go into before, that's next to the shotgun room. I do love the interior design of the mansion, I really do, and I have actually taken the time to no, Chris, don't push the stairs again. I have actually taken the time to exploring all the nooks and crannies of the mansion, and generally kind of appreciating the aesthetic style. Each room is different, each room has its own sense of being in the mansion. Now we want to go back through this winding hallway here, and now we want to go through here. Into this room, which has a zombie in it that we don't want to fight just yet, but we will unlock this door. If we had come down the other way towards this door would be locked. But it's not locked now because we opened it from the other side. And there's a zombie here. Interestingly enough, the scientist zombies, the zombies with the lab coats, are actually interestingly, and you're not dead. We should be now. Always check for a pool of blood beneath the zombie to know that it's dead. Truly dead, not just undead. But as I was saying, the scientist zombies are actually based on the appearance of Shinji Mikami himself, the grandfather of survival horror. I wish I had time to enjoy these pictures. I really wish I had time as well, Chris, but we don't have the time at the moment. Will you take the green herb? Yes, we will take the green herb. And in this room is another save room, although it doesn't have the nice music to it. But there is something in here. We'll put the shield key in this box, and true to form, I will be putting the shield key in here. See these 4 items? They're all in the other box, because this is still real survival mode after all. If I want to get these items out of this box, I have to go to the other box instead. Backtracking is fun, and item managing is also fun. But that's the challenge of real survival mode. And there is a chemical here that says Earth on the front of it. I wonder, let's have a closer examination of this. A chemical to kill the weeds. Herbicide. Excellent. That means we can now actually return to that room with the plant and the other side of the mansion. and deal with it at our leisure. But that will be for the next video. So when we return adventurers, we'll head back to the west wing of the mansion to kill the plant with a herbicide. Until next we meet adventurers.